Now to a Local 2 exclusive. They call it a cure for a condition affecting millions of Americans. Doctors all over the country advertising a surgery to fix a severe sweating problem. But we found a Houston doctor making big bucks off the procedure. But our undercover camera shows there may be hidden risks patients don't hear about. Local 2 troubleshooter Stephen Dean has the exclusive.
Hi, how are you?
Between 600 and 650 people a year walk into this doctor's office asking for help with profuse sweating, a condition called hyperhidrosis.
The only patient that we see are hyperhidrosis patients.
And of all the people who go through this initial visit like we did, about 8 out of 10 are going ahead to have the special surgery by Dr. Jim Garza.
You'll find that people will notice something different about you, but they don't know what it is. Kind of like that Viagra commercial, you know.
Dr. Garza told us only 3% of his patients have problems with the surgery.
If that happens, I tell them, take the clamps off right away, especially if it happens within the first week. Take the clamp off. Try to give the nerve a chance to grow back.
The surgery, called ETS, is catching on because sufferers are seeing Garza's billboards like this one. They're all over Houston freeways and in other cities in Texas, but the billboards will not tell you what some patients are going through now that they've had the surgery.
It messes up your whole system is what it does, and he doesn't tell you that when you go in.
This man is embarrassed by his condition, so we're hiding his identity. In his late 40s, his hands used to sweat so badly that when he heard ads on the radio, he made an appointment with Dr. Garza's clinic. He says he got quite a sales pitch, too.
Almost everybody that's had it done was happy with it. They had no problem with it. If you're not happy with it, I do the clamping method, and we'll just remove them, and you'll be back the way you were.
So he paid $7,000 for the surgery. These tiny clamps are placed on nerves in the back of the shoulder, but now he says his sweating problems are much worse, all over his body, not just a hand problem anymore.
Just being out in weather, walking from my car to the store, I'm already soaked by the time I get inside the store.
He says he was never warned about the common side effect called compensatory sweating, meaning your body compensates for the lack of sweat on one part of the body by sweating somewhere else. And he's not alone. Other patients are suing Dr. Garza, claiming malpractice and fraud.
I think that if people knew that it happens 100% of the time, this compensatory sweating, and the significant percentage of patients who suffer severe, moderate to severe compensatory sweating, I think very few people would have this procedure.
Attorney Spencer Markle represents one patient who is suing and set for trial next month. He got to question Dr. Garza in a deposition where Garza admitted it's not just a couple dissatisfied patients like he told us in the appointment. Dr. Garza testified that 20% of his patients come back asking for help with compensatory sweating. 21 patients asked Dr. Garza to remove the clamps, a full reversal of the surgery.
I don't think they're being told, and that's why so many people are having this procedure. They're being told that this is a cure and a panacea, and I don't think that's true.
Neither Dr. Garza nor his lawyers returned our repeated calls for comment. Dr. Garza just reached a confidential out-of-court settlement with another patient. That lawsuit says Garza failed to warn that side effects from the ETS surgery could worsen his existing hyperhidrosis or cause debilitating compensatory sweating. Garza settled another lawsuit in 1997, that patient complaining that no other non-surgical alternatives were presented, and he was never advised of the complications he'd suffer.
Does this interfere with the activities that you have?
Other hyperhidrosis sufferers are seeking help elsewhere. Garza's billboards caused this 17-year-old to visit University of Texas dermatologist Adelaide Hebert.
Well, this operation to clip the nerve should not be considered reversible. Once this is done, it's very difficult, if even possible, to be able to reverse what's already taken place surgically.
This man says he learned that one the hard way. He's among dozens of people posting their problems on the internet. He says he went in for the reversal surgery just like Dr. Garza suggested, but he still soaks through 5 shirts some days.
It's not the same life. You don't have the same energy level. It changes your whole body and your whole system.
Dr. Garza seemed to downplay some of the alternatives to surgery when we visited him, but he testified in a deposition that he always tells patients about those alternatives. He also testified that he performs between 550 and 600 of these surgeries every year, so that means at about $3,300 each, it's making him $1.9 million a year. I'm Stephen Dean, Local 2 News.